You know, the internet is the worst place to use as a confession booth. But I will share you a story about me growing up. My mother, in particular, was very concerned about me bringing home no babies. Because she said that I'm too young, she doesn't have the money, so I need to be incredibly careful. So this was drilled into my head that whenever I do sex, I need to use protection. See, in the United States, it's like, oh, well, if you don't want to be a father, don't have sex. In Romania, it's like, use rubber all the time. And this is something like at a very young age, the parents tell you. But there was another story that I heard from a friend who had the experience of the condom breaking. So because of this, I was incredibly paranoid. Every single time, unironically, every single time I would perform the mating ritual, I would also take the condom under the faucet, and then I would look to see if anything leaks out. And in hindsight, a lot of people mocked me for it. But it turns out that I have been vindicated now because this woman wouldn't have snuck up on me. She wouldn't have managed to entice me. Her little trick wouldn't have worked on me. Apparently, in Germany, of all places, a woman who poked holes in condom to get pregnant is given 6-month jail term for stealthing. I didn't even know that this is a thing. Like, if you do this in my country, I don't think it's a crime. I mean, probably a judge will figure out to punish you, because, like, again, it is a problem, yes, but in order for it to be a crime, it needs to be written in a code of laws. So if it's not codified, they can't punish you for it. Like, for example, when people hacked the first time. I think it was actually the people who made the I Love You virus, and they caused millions in damages. They didn't go to prison because hacking was illegal at the time. Even though it was immoral and what they did should have been punished, in the country that they were located in, it wasn't in the code of laws. So this is, again, like something interesting. I didn't know that Germany codifies something like this, but the woman poked holes in the condom in a bid to fall pregnant, has been given 6 months jail term in Germany. A lot of people are complaining that it's not too much. Other people are complaining that, like, why is she going for 6 months at all? And it's like, well, to set an example for other people who try to pull this shit. Why do you think? It's not okay. The woman was found to have sabotaged the condom to steal her partner's sperm, known as stealthing. So apparently, like, this happens so often that they have a word for it. Like, there is no word for stealthing in the Romanian language. The woman, 39, was described in a Western Germany court as being friends with benefits in a relationship with a 42-year-old man. They would regularly meet up for intercourse starting 2021, the court heard, and the woman had developed strong feelings for the man, but they were not reciprocated. She got fuck zoned, in other words, right? Like, men get friend zoned, women get fuck zoned, and this is the example. So, despite cutting holes in the condom, she was unable to fall pregnant. But she sent a message to the man partner. See, because I was wondering, how the fuck did he figure out? I mean, if you take apparently, like, she actually cut it. Like, she didn't just take a needle and pop, 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 pop. No, like, she actually cut it. And I was thinking, like, okay, but, like, how would you know? And even if you know, like, even if you have, like, the cut up condom, you have the debauchery that she committed, and you go to the judge and you go like, meh. Like, how would you know that she did it and not you? But apparently she sent a message telling her she was pregnant while admitting to cutting the condom. So I guess this is how she caught her, because she confessed. As a result, he filed criminal charges against her. At first, the court was unsure what to do with the charge. We have written legal history here today. Yeah, I mean, again, like, the lawmakers didn't think about this, and it's not really because a lot of people say, well, it's a gynocentric society. It's more to do with the fact that when the laws were created, condoms didn't exist. I mean, condoms is a very recent invention. I think, like, people used to use goat intestine. I'm not kidding, like in medieval time. I mean, if you don't have a condom, what are you going to do? So, the pull-out method, but, like, again, this is something new. Like, the science has evolved, and it wasn't put into law. So it's interesting to see that in Germany it exists. Of course, Obviously, I think that if a man would have done it, the punishment would have been more severe. But it's good that there's punishment nonetheless. Like, most people don't want to go to jail. Although, like, again, this is almost impossible to prove. Like, the only way this was proven is because the woman was dumb enough to send a text message and talk about it. But other than that, I mean, like, if she would have said, look, I'm pregnant, it's like, how did it happen? I don't know. I guess the condom must have broke. You know, like, what would the man have done? She was first facing charges of rape, but that was later reduced to sexual assault. I think, like, in some American countries, and even in Canada, like, this would qualify as rape. It depends from the country to country. I think, like, actually in America, in some places, she might even get away with it because she's a woman. Judges are more favorably, like, oh, well. Judge Zaleski said that the stealthing normally involves men removing or sabotaging their condom, not the woman. Again, like, it's the gender thing, right? But, like, the judge did the correct thing in this issue and applied the law consistently. She added that the provision also applies in the reverse case. The condom was rendered unusable without the man's knowledge or his consent. I think that the punishment is a little bit inadequate. However, I mean, 6 months, really? Should have been at least a year. Especially, I don't know how German legislation is like, but you can get out sooner on good probation. So no, what she did is reprehensible. I mean, look, a lot of people will say, well, it's a gender issue. I'm a woman, he's a man, I don't care. But, like, if you're a woman and you have a son, would you like it if someone did this to him? Like, would you like it if he came home with a responsibility now and he has to pay for child support, even though, like, he used the condom and he was responsible, but, like, the woman was poking holes and stuff? Like, this is something that affects society. It's not just a gender issue. But again, it makes me feel so validated right now. It makes me feel so good. Especially when I read another story, but this is something that happened a lot longer ago, so this is why I'm not talking about it. But in the US, there was a woman who actually stored the condom, and after he left, she inseminated herself and then got the man to pay child support. And by the way, like, this is such a dumb mentality that some people have. It's like, okay, he doesn't love me, but if I get pregnant with his kid, surely he then is going to stick around for me. No, especially when there are some men that are going to be irresponsible and are going to be like, okay, I'll pay you child support, but I don't want to see you ever again. I mean, not all men start falling in love with their kid, especially in this circumstance. So, no, like, this is a horrible idea. Just, I don't know why women even think that this is the case. That, like, okay, well, if I'm going to get pregnant by force, he's going to drop whatever he's doing. Not to mention, like, if this guy is friends with benefits, he probably has another woman that he likes and he's dating her, right? Like, let's be honest, this is what's happening here. And this is probably why she got desperate. You're not going to get him to renounce the other woman just because, well, now he's got responsibilities. No. Especially if you force it like that. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget I got a Discord. There's a link into the pinned comment section. If you click on it, it's going to take you to my Discord. And hopefully I'll see you guys there. Take care.